We are glad to have you back. And now moving on to money matters, let us begin with the exchange rate. We have $1 exchanging for 1,471 naira and 60 kobo, and this is about 20 kobo depreciation on the path of the naira against the dollar. Also, we have €1 exchanging for 1,711 naira and 90 kobo. That is appreciation from the path of the naira. We have £1 exchanging for 1,984 naira 42 kobo. This is about 10 naira depreciation from what was recorded the day before. We also have $1 Canadian exchanging for 1,055 naira and 3 kobo. And finally, we have $1 Chinese yuan exchanging for 206 naira 70 kobo. And this is about 6 naira depreciation on the path of the naira against the yuan.
Wow. Okay, well, that's a lot of good news to hear, actually.
Yeah, but then we did not do so well in about three currencies.
Don't worry, we'll get in there.
Yes,
we are. Well, on to the national business news. We have NNPC links cooking gas price hike to Pegasus strike. While the group chief executive of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Bayo Ojulari, has blamed the recent rise in cooking gas prices on a temporary disruption to loading and distribution during the strike by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. Ojulari said this while speaking to State House correspondents on Sunday after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. According to the NNPC boss, the industrial action halted operations for several days and produced an artificial spike in prices. He said the increase you saw was relatively artificial because for the period of the strike, movements and loading were delayed by about 2-3 days, he said. And because of that, the impact you see, that's the impact you see. As things return back to normal, it will take some time for distribution to be fully restored.
And moving on to other stories, we have FG explains 200 billion naira intervention fund for SMSEs. So the President Bola Tinubu explained why his administration established 200 billion naira intervention fund to support micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs and manufacturers, saying it became necessary to assist them in boosting competitiveness and addressing structural challenges. He said beyond the GDP growth of 4.23% recorded in September 2025, the economic reforms spearheaded by his administration have started yielding tangible results across sectors, surpassing projections from multilateral agencies and indigenous economic experts. Represented at the summit by his Deputy Vice President Kashim Shettima, the President maintained that all decisions taken by his administration had been guided by the pursuit of balance between economic logic and public expectations.
Well, and let's go international business news. Japan stocks hit record after ruling party names pro-business leader. Well, Sanae Takachi is the newly elected leader of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party. Japanese stocks has hit a record high after the country's ruling Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, named Sanae Takaichi as its new leader, positioning the pro-business politician to be Japan's next prime minister. The benchmark Nikkei 225 index closed 4.75% higher Monday, ending today about 47,000 for the first time. Takaichi, who had held senior government roles including Minister for Economic Security and Internal Affairs, is known for her support of higher government spending and lower borrowing costs. She is also a long-time admirer of former UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and her free market approach to economics.
And now to the continent of North America. Postal workers on strike in Canada. Postal deliveries in Canada have ground to halt as thousands of postal workers across the country walked off the job. The nationwide strike comes after the Canadian government authorized widespread reforms to Canada, and then we also have the post that will shut some post offices and end door-to-door delivery. The Canadian Postal Service, like the UK Royal Mail and United States Postal Service, are saying precipitous declines in letter mail delivery over the past decade and subsequent financial shortfalls. The strike made an ongoing dispute over pay and benefit that resulted in weeks-long walkout late last year.
Well, that'll be all on Money Matters.